important to the series.
Barkley finds West.
Good defense. And then Barkley, who will give up the basketball to an open teammate, finds Mark West.
Game 2 Friday night here in Phoenix. Game 3 at Chicago on Sunday. Charles the screen for Pippen. Rebounded by Barkley. Crowd a little impatient as the Suns are off to the slow start. Barkley goes all the way. On 6 of 8 from the field. The Bulls 46 and the Suns 26. Barkley. Kevin Johnson. Barkley for Miller.
Once again, get the crowd into the game. It helps the team raise its level. Barkley that time draws the defense Cartwright, and then the unselfish play to the rookie.
Changed his mind. Here's Grant. The tip missed by the combination of Pippen and Cartwright. Barkley with Pippen from behind going for the steal. Finding Miller.
Over the outstretched arm, and then Charles knows exactly where his teammate is. Oliver Miller leads the break, lets the big man run ahead of him, and first in three-pointers made. So that's a big weapon that's missing. That's why they only have 41 points right now.
And here's Barkley again by Scottie Pippen on a switch. They isolate for Barkley. Grant going for the steal. Foul called.
10 offensive rebound. Now, remember the Chicago Bulls are not double teaming Charles Barkley, so you can see what happens when you don't double team him.
Pippen with a nice fake, and then met on the switch by West. Barkley behind the back. Barkley for Marley to the reverse. Jackson called for time.
Charles, one of the players that has the ability to rebound, dribble out, start a fast break, and then either finish himself or make the correct decision by finding the open teammate.
Remember, Phoenix Suns are at their best when Charles Barkley rebounds the basketball and takes it coast to coast like he just did then.
Had to throw it out. Again, the double team. Armstrong over. Johnson with the shot. Johnson. Phoenix Suns have hit their last 4 shots. Here comes Armstrong looking to help, then he drops back. Oh, what a move. Barkley with the switch. Stories followed by game 2 between the Phoenix
Suns. 6 for 14 on the outside.
With Armstrong. Armstrong closing the baseline. Now Barkley with 6 on the 24. Barkley, yes.
The contact.
Barkley, after giving a little bit of fake, elevates a little bit of fade, just enough to get it over the top of the outstretched hand.
Of the Phoenix Suns with the victory here in Game 1. Game 2 Friday night here in Phoenix, then they move to Chicago for games 3 and 4. Barkley for 3. Charles Barkley.
In transition, Charles knew he had to get a shot up quickly, gets a clean look, get set, follow through, and then nothing but net on the three-pointer.
Hey, let's kick the go, baby.
Game 2 by B.J. Armstrong. Richard Dumas given the room. Barkley off the pick. Barkley from the outside.
The floor, Charles Barkley, because he can make a jumper from there if you back off him far enough. Yet he has the potential with one dribble to get to the front of the rim. Time he's willing to throw a few passes here early, get his teammates involved.
Suns and Bulls tied at 6. They trap Johnson. West for Barkley. And the foul.
Some good interior passing by the Suns, and Grant, who already had one ticky-tack foul.
On the tight side, Charles Barkley coming.
Barkley matchup, what did Phoenix do?
Now Barkley posting up. 2 points, and Michael has just passed Magic Johnson as Barkley gets inside.
He usually likes to go small. Right now he's
Gordon with 7 points, 3 out of 6 from the field. Comes back to Barkley. Chambers. Points. Did a good job penetrating. Barkley stepping around Grant.
Wants to be down in his stance. Charles turns and faces. Gets him up in the air. And now go around and convert.
Richard Dumas called for the foul. Return. Marley. And Barkley. Marley now played by Grant. Barkley being guarded by Pippen. Single coverage. And Barkley
Barkley.
Chicago 13 for 19 from the field. Phoenix only 5 of 16. Now Barkley operating against King. Got it back to Ainge.
Of the defense, don't take away the heart.
Bulls with a 13-point advantage. Barkley. Chambers to the scoop. Rebound Barkley. Oh, what a play.
Talking about 4 or 5 passes for Chicago, and then suddenly Jordan shoots a quick one. He was trying for a 2-for-1. Get one up, see if it goes in. No, he'll get the last one back. Penetration by Chambers, gets it up on the glass, and then Charles just rips it from between 2 Bulls and converts as he's falling down. And then, again, to end a quarter, an opportunity for Phoenix to wind up with a 3-point play. They did it to end the first quarter. He has a chance now, Barkley, as he goes to the basket, to do it once again this quarter.
Well, see, they're doing something different here.
The half for the Suns. 1 point. Chicago lead. Johnson on the penetration. Barkley. 78-67 lead. 4:40 remaining in the third quarter. Barkley gets inside.
When Michael was playing golf yesterday, the reports came out that he was playing with Charles Barkley. Quinn must look a lot like Charles.
Very strong come playoff time. Did it against the Lakers 3 years ago. Did it against Portland last season. Barkley
From inside, why wouldn't you just keep giving it to him down there until they do something to stop him? Man is just
the line. 13 of 19.
Kicked it out to Dan Marley for the 3. So penetration is paying off for the Phoenix Suns.
Johnson.
Chicago has been kicking their defense apart.
The steal by Marley. Johnson with Barkley. Barkley.
The basketball game.
And here Dan Marley steals it away from Michael Jordan. And Frank Johnson sees Barkley trailing and gets it to the big man for the slam dunk.
Michael lead by 3. Ainge being guarded now by Paxson. Marley for 3. Yes!
Times Phoenix has come at us tonight. They're going to come at us one more time. We've got to hold them off.
Here's Jordan. Miller with the rebound. And 1 point of the first half. Chicago led by as many as 14. Barkley all the way.
A little bit more when that adrenaline's flowing.
Defensive rebound and
Uniquers and Kevin Johnson.
Game 3.
Concerned with Kevin playing and that Michael will post Kevin up. But then again, if Michael's got it all the time, then the other people aren't hurting him.
Barkley setting for the 3.
Down the basketball, and if you give enough time, he'll line up a 3-pointer and put that one in the bottom net. He's
Perhaps the pressure from all the unseen Frank Johnson. Kevin Johnson lifted late in the game on Friday night for Frank Johnson. Barkley just checked back in.
They let Barkley back pick, then step out to the top of the circle. Because he can make that shot, Scott Williams flies past. Enough strength and concentration to finish the play off and gets a nice roll at the end as it bites the rim, grabs, and drops through.
The 42 trying to change his mind. Marley for Barkley. And he's rejected by King. The basket counts. It's a goal tally.
Goes up on the backboard and touches the glass. You cannot take it back off. It touches. There's the pin. Then after it's on the
Turnover committed by Kevin Johnson. Cartwright. Charles Barkley obviously not himself. Right elbow. Shot clock at 2. Marley fires and hits. Now Barkley guarded by Williams. Barkley, yes.
Dan Marley.
Tonight he's 5 of 6 from downtown. Here's Barkley getting it off. Yes! To 85.
Probably the best thing that could have happened with the time running out. Charles just gets it up there, doesn't think.
With a hard foul on Michael Jordan.
well, they know that they can be friends after this series is over, but not right now.
Johnson set. Jordan for 3. Way off, forced into a very difficult shot. Barkley pops it down. Ainge shooting for 3. Yes! Danny Ainge converts from downtown, and the Suns lead at 99-88.
The courage, and Danny Ainge is not afraid to take a big shot. Instead of taking it to the hole where you get a higher percentage shot, he steps back behind the 3-point line. Barkley, who fired the outlet pass, loves it.
And the Bulls are now trailing. The Suns desperately trying to get back into the series. Michael Jordan is now 0 for 5. Take over.
Phoenix very lucky. Barkley's late on the rotation. He should leave and go earlier. He comes over late.
Decide this game. They're not going to call a lot of fouls.
Open shot from Chambers. And King able to get to Barkley on the intercept.
He's going to pretend like he's going down court, then all of a sudden start right in front of Michael Jordan and lays it right back in. You got to love the heart, the character of this Phoenix Suns team.
Shared by several players. Johnson off the dribble. Sets up Charles Barkley. At the start. Pippen with the recovery. Trying to hit Cartwright, but Barkley alert was right there. Back to the live action. Barkley backs in, faces a double team. Dumas is open.
Dumas guard Michael Jordan, and see Richard Dumas is not used to running off of picks, and they set a pick on him.
Dumas with a beautiful move. 6. Back in Phoenix on Sunday. Michael Jordan is 2 of 3. Barkley gets down, so the Suns Barkley not given any room from three-point land. Miller, Barkley, Charles as he feels his contribution has been 0. Early entrance though for McCray. Barkley getting
Or McCray, doesn't matter. Right now they just switched back and put McCray on Barkley, then Pippen ran over to take Barkley. Ahmad had mentioned coming out of the timeout that Chicago went with McCray over King. A nice backdoor pass by Charles Barkley.
regular season philosophy. They average 113 per game, leading the NBA, second in shooting it at 49%. Here's Chambers. Yes, a 2-point Chicago lead.
Well, they felt that in Game 3 that they went back to that philosophy. Got a lot of open shots in the game in Game 3 because they were pushing the ball up early, and they're trying to do that again. Barkley with the steal.
Well, Charles had that diagnosed, and he's tied the game at third.
Needle in the heart of the defense.
Barkley backing Grant. A strong foul the line.
26 seconds, then it is for Chicago.
Charles Barkley hearing it from the crowd as he backs his way. Now here's a 3 attempt by Barkley. Field goals, that is 1 field goal.
In the first half, he's come up with a steal.
The stadium, the new building still under construction just across the street, will be open for business. Barkley from Marley. Jordan. And Barkley with the rebound. Pops it down. Dumas ahead of the field. Able to elude Jordan.
As long as he's paying for it. And the same thing, BJ for a 3. And the same thing that he's doing with the New York Knicks. And you see Michael Jordan is able to drive here in this series anytime he wants to.
All right, Miller.
Barkley in the arena in some of the countries
Going on, and like I said,
The Phoenix medical staff making the point.
which is in favor of the
75%.
Shot clock down to 7. Frank Johnson given the shot. Jackson would rather take a chance with Scott Williams picking up his 6th than Horace Grant. Here's Johnson. Yes.
Johnson went to the basket. They were riding him out on the hip, and that's the reason he didn't finish the play.
It counts.
He's going to feel Williams, and he's going to spin on him, but then he's going to dunk it right over Scottie Pippen.
Pippen is rejected by Barkley.
Had a few words for one another when there was some bumping and shoving going on, and Charles reminded him once again that that was me that got that block.
Now Barkley backing Grant, who's playing with 5. Nice move by Charles Barkley. Barkley for 3. Rebound Marley. Fires for 3. Rebound Barkley. And that's a goaltend. The basket will count. Johnson eluding Armstrong. Finding Barkley on the Suns.
Last 2 times down. This time, he's going to find an open man in Barkley for the slam dunk.
So the Suns, seconds remaining. They have a 2-point lead. Jordan, double team. And Barkley with the steal. Here comes
NBA-finale, de 5e wedstrijd.
Jordan met nummer 23, 111-105 voor Chicago Bulls 3-1. En heel Chicago en omgeving heeft het erover. Terwijl hier is John Mount of de rebound. Afijn, noem maar op. Het dwarse karakter van de Phoenix Suns. Wat zeg ik? Dwars. Veel ruimte aan Charles Barkley. Daar dat screen zetten van Mark West. In de handbaltermen zou. Jordan zijn afloop van die derde wedstrijd die door Chicago na 3 verlengingen werd verloren. Scoorde van Barkley. Met zijn 27 jaar, 1,85 meter. Bezig aan zijn 5e NBA-jaar. Charles Barkley bezig aan zijn 9e jaar. Dan Marley. Barkley met Horace Grant in zijn rug. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Ruimte gecreëerd en daar van achteraf komt. Het is op zich slim gespeeld, maar eventjes die arm geraakt, die rechterarm die geblesseerd is overigens van beschrijven. Maar in zo'n gekkeheid controversies binnen het team op te lossen. Zijn vrouw June had op een gegeven moment een aardige opmerking over het spel. Dat is net lubricating oil. Op Jordan. Achtige beweging. Oh! Horace Grant was niet bij de les. Nou, het bord blijft heel. Charles Barkley. Hier balbezit, nog steeds last van die rechterarm. Hij trekt er geen laars van. Oh, ruimte in het hartje van de laatste 6 schoten mis. Maar als je het in beeld zet, dan wordt het veranderd. Zie je wel, dat gebeurt. Johnson. Let op Marley. En natuurlijk Barkley. Kijken naar Marley. Daardoor dus Stacey King, die staat bij Oliver Miller. Gaat hem te snel, denk ik. Grant op Barkley. Er is ruimte op de baseline. Voor Barkley. Gaat hij buitenom? Jazeker, dat gebeurt het. Gaat voor Jeff Hornacek, Andrew Lang en Tim Perry. Nou, ik denk niet dat Jerry Colangelo de grote baat is. Tot 2 keer toe pakte hij de titel. Portland was hij er dichtbij tegen de Bulls. De Bulls komt naar Phoenix. Prachtig. Charles Barkley, fantastisch tot nog toe. Maar door Harold Katz, de eigenaar van Philadelphia. En alles wat je tegenhoudt is meegenomen. Dicht op hem spelen. Nou, dat zagen we in wedstrijd nummer 3. Johnson. Om Williams heen en daar is die layup. Als hij daar is, dan is. Kijk eens naar de rebounds. Verschil. Phoenix 40, Chicago 28. Barkley. Oh. Lijkt het heel langzaam. Grant met Barkley. Daar komt het dubbelteam aan. Oh, goede fake zeg. Van Kevin Johnson. En dit is briljant. Jordan vliegt voorbij, maar Johnson gaat gewoon onderlangs. En Barkley, hij heeft het prachtig naar zijn zin. Maar het is natuurlijk wel weer een stukje reclame voor
Game 6 in the room. Shot clock at 6. Barkley stolen by Jordan. Here's Jordan on the run. Jordan loses Barkley, able to steal. Charles did it with a smile. And now Barkley slices through to set up Marley for 3. The hustle by Barkley. And a timeout was called. Smart play by Charles. He indicates
Marley, the three-point shooter, and help out. He caught Charles right in the middle of the dribble. But Charles never gave up. Jordan loses the handle. Charles runs it down from behind. Even gets a little chuckle out of it. Get possession, call timeout before you go out of bounds. Excellent move by Charles Barkley.
open shot for Pippen. Barkley for Johnson. Goes all the way. Jordan pitched it back out. Cartwright able to get back to it. Goes down. Johnson with the steal. 3-on-1. Marley from Barkley.
Counts. Kicked it right to the deep left corner where TJ makes a living by floating to the spot-up area.
Nice pass. Miller.
On offense, Pippen. Oh, the great pass by Charles Barkley. You've got to try and dunk it.
At a 4 from the line. Barkley backing. Barkley gets inside.
Double team is coming from the middle, so if he can turn to the baseline and get it up before they can get there. Scott Williams tried to come middle, and by the sword, you die by the sword.
Barkley for 8. Kevin Johnson off the dribble, lost it. Barkley on the recovery. To draw the charge, but it's called on Johnson.
Almost a strip by BJ, but good fortune for Phoenix. It winds up the ball back to Kevin Johnson.
Barkley directs traffic. Barkley backing Grant. Barkley changed his mind.
The pass between Barkley and the next receiver, by meeting it, it did not allow Jordan or anyone else to intercept it by now trying to save another personal foul on him, put Scott Williams in to defend against Barkley.
Barkley off the fake. Got clock at 5, Barkley for 3. Back tap by Barkley. Ames. Rebound West. Rebound.
After timeouts, likes to play from the top of the circle so he can ball fake and drive left or right. A strong move to the basket by Tryon throwing passes, but they're not getting into the offense quickly enough. As a result, the clock is running out on him.
Kevin Johnson, yes. Shot clock at 5. Marley from way out. And nearly got the roll. Rebounded by Barkley. Charles Barkley calling for the timeout.
This shot from Jordan tries to get out and challenge it, and as deep as it is, it almost still goes in. Then Barkley hustles after it, chases it down, calls timeout, and when you look at Paul Westphal, still finding humor in the moment as Marley's coming off, Westphal gives him